Evan, have you looked into Rabbit AI at all?
No.
You didn't hear about that scam thing that's been getting sold like $20 million?
Rabbit AI?
Yeah, it's like some it's supposedly a AI that device you get that you can ask it to do anything. Like, hey, book a trip to England for a family of four, and make the itinerary so that it's not super dense, but we still get to go check out a bunch of stuff. And it'll go
What's
there.
the A?
What's up?
Where does AI come in here?
It's an AI that hears that and then does all the planning for you. And then books all the trips, books the hotel, books you a car, does all this shit. Did you hear about this? And then they
No.
said, we're not using Chat GPT. Lo and behold, all they're using is Chat GPT and Playwright, and it's not an AI for shit. It actually sucks ass. It doesn't do anything. It can't even integrate with DoorDash. Yeah, it's been ass. Anyway, I'm Adam. That's Kevin. Virginia's DMs.
We recorded
And
that?
today, yeah, we're recording that. And today, we're going to talk about quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, there's been the quarterback drafts. Everyone's doing quarterback drafts.
And we felt like we were left out. But you know what, though, Kevin? Feels like most quarterback drafts, if you're smart at least, if you're not CHGO, most quarterback drafts feel about the same, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of quarterback draft are we doing today?
Backups.
We're gonna do a backup quarterback draft. We're gonna rank the best backups in the league
With no prep.
So, no
This
prep
is
at all.
this is just vibes. This is just gonna be
Yeah.
vibes.
Absolutely no prep at all. This is gonna be ass. Is what it's gonna be. So
Yeah.
Kevin sent me a list of all the backups, and we're gonna go from there, right? So
Yeah.
how do we want to decide order?
I guess we could flip a fake coin in a second and probably go non-stake. Probably go non-snake style because it's just the two of us.
Non-snake. I agree with non-snake. Heads or tails? You pick.
Tails.
Flip a coin. All right. Google's heads. I'll take first pick.
That is shocking. Hang on though. I got what? So
What
in
do you want to?
these quarterback drafts, you consider contract. We cannot possibly consider contract for
I'm
backup
not
quarterback.
considering.
First of all, that's crazy.
Absolutely not.
But
I do not have
another
enough
thing
contact.
is, it's if you wanted to win over the course of the next 3 years, are we assuming that we want that these guys need to be our starter, or do we want to draft the guys who just have the best chance of like going fucking Nick Foles and just winning one Super Bowl if they need to? Like, are we drafting these guys as our backups, or are we drafting these guys like as our starters?
We're drafting these guys as our backups that have the potential to be our starters at any point within the next 3 years. How's that? Somebody gets hurt and they got to carry our season.
Okay. So I'm going to say our starting quarterback is already. I'm trying to think of the most down the middle, like Dak Prescott. Our starting quarterback is Dak Prescott. Nobody's going to be unseating him over the next 3 years. No, I mean I want him to be good, but not like incredible. Where like if you and our roster is awesome, so there's no issues. Whatever we draft these guys into, the roster is fine for that guy.
You're the 49ers, right? And what's it called? Quarterback goes down because I'm just gonna fucking blank on his name right now because you know me and names. Your quarterback goes down.
Jimmy Garoppolo, the third guy on the list. You should share the list. We should put. I think we should put something up on the screen that shows our teams. And
did you just say Jimmy Garoppolo? The 49ers go down. The 49ers quarterback goes down. You just said Jimmy Garoppolo.
Are you saying what actually happened in real life 2 years ago, or are you just saying Brock Purdy?
I'm saying Brock Purdy, but okay, yeah, that works too. Okay. Anyway, Brock Purdy goes down. So let's redo a couple years ago. But this time with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy goes down. Roster stacked. Who's coming in? Who are you trusting to come in and take you to the NFC Championship game? Right?
I mean, in that specific situation, I think the answer is just Jimmy Garoppolo, obviously. I think we just pull a reverso.
Right? You already knows the offense. Let's go from there. Cool. Yeah. All right. You want me to share this list?
I think you should share the list, and then we should. I think we're each going to take 8 guys, and they're all just going to have a big old training camp battle with each other.
So it was good. This good podcast. I got the wrong password.
We have so much, like, we didn't do a draft episode. We didn't talk about the Bears draft. All we have done,
There's a mock
well,
draft in this.
since in my opinion, we've never done a podcast before. We just did one mock draft, and nothing ever happened before that. We have so much to cover. We've never recapped the Bears 2023 season. Never talked about the Fields versus Caleb thing in any depth. Never talked about the draft that they just had. The episode that we're deciding to do is we're each just going to take 8 backup quarterbacks.
Yes, and that's the best kind of episode that we should do. Give me 1 second. Yeah. I don't think I'm ready to share a screen right now. I don't have anything set up for this.
Yeah.
Just look at the chat right now. Look how big that is. I haven't set up my monitors or anything to actually do anything. So we're not going to share the list. You're just going to have to go with us for this. Because I am not prepared for shit. All right, shut. Did you print it? Oh, you wrote it.
No, I don't have anything written. I'm gonna write our teams with this pen and paper. Adam, how do you spell Adam?
I don't know how to spell my name. You want me to spell my name?
Kevin. Yeah, why do you need to spell your own name? Somebody else is spelling your name.
Any other rules to this, real quick?
It's like knowing your own phone number. You're not calling yourself. Who cares?
I have boxers that have my name on it, right? I'm that cartoon character who prints it on who prints it on the label in the back. If I ever need it, I just go to the bathroom real quick, take a look. Maybe sometimes just drop trowel right there. I'm cool with dropping trowel just right there and taking a look. Yeah. Cool. So I get to go first, huh? It's a hard pick.
You do, yeah. Now there's some names. There's some names. Don't rely fully on how I ordered this. There are some names further down the list. So, but I put the best names at the top.
Hold on. Did you do this on purpose? Did you do Kyle Trash on purpose instead of Kyle Trask?
That was absolutely a Freudian
slip. Freudian slip. That's funny as hell. All right, cool.
He's all yours though. First pick, wait, no, Kyle Trash.
Absolutely fucking not. I'm sorry. He is ass. He was ass coming out. He's still ass to this day, and he's going to stay ass for quite some time. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pick my guy with the number 1 pick. That's Jameis Winston. Because
I'm so glad you took him.
Why? Why?
I don't want him, but I feel like with the first pick,
he should be.
He probably should be. He should probably be somebody's starter somewhere. But
I agree.
It ain't gonna be mine.
No, and to explain, you don't like it because he was kind of a piece of shit in college as a person.
Oh, I'd hate to limit that to college.
That's fair. I'm going to take Jameis Winston though. I will gladly have him throw 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns for 5,000 yards on my team, and play some YOLO ball. All right, Kev, you're up.
Yeah, he was weird on the Saints when he was starting, but the way that we think about quarterbacks, it's like I've made the analogy I'd rather have somebody who drives 50 miles over the speed limit than 20 miles under, because at least they're confident operating their vehicle. Jameis is insane. He'll throw insane passes, but at least he's confident doing it. I'd rather have that than some, little check down Charlie.
Yeah, granted, that's fair.
I'm considering check down Charlie with this pick.
Or somebody that might be able to throw it around the yard, throws it around the yard once in a while, but just loses their shit when bullets start flying and can't seem to operate normally.
Yeah.
Yep.
I should say I don't know if we said this before.
Oh, we did not.
I was on here, but I have 5 guys that are exempt, and I think we agree that they're exempt.
Yes.
JJ McCarthy and Sam Darnold is legitimate quarterback battle. I don't know who the starter is going to be. So
same with Justin Fields Russell Wilson.
Well, so Wilson was going to be exempt regardless. Like Fields probably is going to be the backup, but at least he's there. And like I don't know, do we really want to? Do we
We
really
don't
want to
want
get
to
into Justin Fields? Like I don't want to
no,
get into that.
no. And then you also have Jacoby Brissett because of Drake May and Sam Darnold because of JJ.
Brissett or
So
May, I don't know who's going to start. I
yeah,
assume probably May, in which case Brissett is on this list and would just be my pick here. But I don't think we're going to do that.
yeah. So whichever one of those guys you think is a backup at that team, they're not going to be on here because we don't know. It's a legit battle. I mean, obviously we know that Jacoby Brissett and Sam Darnold and Russell Wilson are starting right now, but some people might say something else. So
All right. I
the
don't
second
feel
pick.
good. I don't feel good about this, but it was just so magical that I got to run it back with Joe Flacco.
So this is you would have been my pick if we weren't talking 3 years, because Joe Flacco did some absolutely insane shit for the
I did.
Browns, and a lot of it was. I mean, let's be clear here. He got away with. We got fairly lucky. He got away with some really stupid passes throughout the whole time he was there, but you
Like
cannot deny.
they're play action bootlegging this like 40-year-old man who's never once in his life been quick at all, and he's just unleashing bombs. It was so cool to watch.
It was awesome. It was fun.
And
So
he played terrible against the Bears, and we blew that goddamn game.
we still threw for like 300 yards though.
Yeah, but some
We,
ill-advised passes. But also, again, just like Jameis, like if I'm gonna go down, I want to go down swinging. I want to fucking unleash that motherfucker.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm probably not win. I'm probably not gonna win the Super Bowl with a guy who's not gonna at least try.
No, that's very true. I'm shocked that the Browns didn't. Oh,
Is
I've
this
been keeping.
backwards?
But yeah, he's
Show
kind of. Hey, you can read it. You can read it.
Do I
I'm
have to
shocked the
write?
Browns didn't keep him. To be honest with you, and I understand that that's going to be a little bit of a weird locker room, but I'll be clear here. Like seeing what Deshaun has done, I don't want Deshaun to be my starter anyway. Like he's been complete
Yeah,
ass. Like, I don't
it
even
is.
know
I
where I
mean, it's great
rank
for
him on
Jameis that
this.
he's not even close to the biggest piece of shit in the quarterback room for the first time in his career. That's awesome for him.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Jameis might get a starting chance. So it's on me, right? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. Oh man, I need to take a second because I don't know everybody that's on this list. I have an answer, but I want to make sure there isn't a better answer. So I got my guy.
I'll say
Um,
this: number row 37, I should have bumped up higher into the tier of guys with some sort of accomplishments.
I agree with you, but it's not the person who I was thinking.
But everybody
Because
else,
there is
like, it's mostly bad guys at the bottom and decent guys at the top.
got it. So if that's the case, and I don't have to look further down, I'm gonna take Tyrod Taylor. I love me some Tyrod Taylor.
T-Mobile.
He's underrated. And you know what? Every time he gets hurt on another team, he creates a new starter. He's like a phoenix, right? Who dies and then another guy gets born again into the NFL instead of him, and he finds a way to go to another team.
He was replaced by Josh Allen,
And Justin Herbert,
Justin Herbert, Baker Mayfield, who
yep,
was good when he replaced Tyrod and
yep,
is maybe good again. Yeah, it's true.
yeah. So like I would want that just because I'd want my next young starting quarterback.
So
But
we got to
also
hope
Tyrod,
that. Go ahead.
no, so I mean, Tyrod Taylor's actually a good quarterback. Like he is a competent starter as long as he doesn't get hurt.
I got my I got my PFF premium stats passing pulled up here just so I have any context at all for what we're doing because otherwise we were completely just talking out of our ass.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyrod 24th best passing grade in the NFL last year, 2 ahead of Joe Flacco.
See,
Now
called
my
it.
problem is I don't know if I want Tyrod Taylor being inserted into a Super Bowl. Like I think there's a cap on what Tyrod Taylor can do,
I mean, I'll
and
agree, but
it's
there's
squeak you into the playoffs.
there's some competency there that I am I'm going for, and not having thought this list through all the way, that is the guy that I'm going to go. And I see some names on here that like you got a name on here that is a rookie, right? That I'm tempted with, but not tempted enough quite yet. So
Yeah, we also didn't really like him that much, but
no, but compared to some of these guys, I think I had him listed as for on my side, he'd be a competent backup in the league. That was
yeah,
my
well,
projection.
one of us is definitely going to draft him in these 16 picks, so we'll get to him.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Zach Wilson. No, kidding. I'm going to go with.
Okay, I
I've got
thought you
two
were gonna go
names
for
that
a
I
second.
like here. All right, I'm not afraid that you're going to take the guy I actually want to take here, so I'm not. I'm going to pass him. Actually, I'm not afraid you're going to take either of these two guys. How do I want to do this?
Wow, that's fucked up. We try and say Kev. We try and say Kev.
That we have different tastes in quarterbacks. I'm going to go upside here. So I think there's a chance what he showed last year. I think there's a chance that he is a good quarterback. Especially when he's the one throwing the ball and they're not doing crazy reverses where the quarterback's throwing the ball and letting Tyler Boyd throw it. Or do you remember that fucking game? I don't know. I'm picking Jake Browning.
Damn, you're wrong. By the way,
You were going to take him?
I was gonna take him next.
He looked. I mean, that Minnesota game.
You
I
have
think they
Tyrod
ended up
Taylor on here twice, by the way.
losing.
You have Tyrod Taylor on here twice, by the way.
Uh,
Yeah,
I guess we
no
can
worries.
both take him then. Or you can take him again if you want.
Sorry, so you're taking Jake. I thought he looked good. I mean, the Bengals did well. Like he
They did
helped
better with
carry.
him
Yeah,
than
injured.
with Burrow last year.
Well, an injured Joe Burrow. Yeah, they did better with him than a calf strained, absolutely can't run or walk and put power on his leg, Joe Burrow. That's true. But they did decent. I mean, he helped. Yep, carry them to a fairly decent season and didn't let it just absolutely be ruined. So
Nine big time throws, 11 turnover worthy plays. All right, well he played like real ass against Pittsburgh. Zero big time throws, 5 turnover worthy plays. Throw that in
oh
the
geez.
garbage, and he had a fine season.
Yep.
He's got a
All right.
chance.
Potentially. All right, it's on me, right? I'm torn between two guys.
Just occurred to me a University of Washington fan watching this, seeing that somebody thinks that Jake Browning is better than Michael Penix, would probably absolutely shit their pants.
That's true. That is.
And we have a lot of University of Washington people that watch this, so get
Oh, a
ready for
ton.
the hate mail.
We're a University of Washington podcast, aren't we? Is that what we do?
Yeah, we used to be
Wait, why do we have? Oh, you have. Oh, is he really on here? Why is he on here? I'm gonna pick him next. I mean, Drew Lock.
Ooh,
Drew Lock.
hey,
What? Why is he on here?
don't take my guy, because I don't think he's in a real camp.
Oh, so did I get your two guys? We're gonna be the next two guys I was gonna get.
No, I thought I can get him even later.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take Drew Lock. I had another
But
name I wanted, but I just noticed Drew Lock. Why is Drew Lock on this list? You're gonna tell me that you actually think Danny Dimes is gonna start over Drew Lock?
those are the vibes I'm getting. I thought it was a legit competition, but
Yeah,
like
then why? But then he wouldn't be on here if it's a little. Oh, you're saying the vibes you're getting is that it's not.
that's my vibes. Here's
All right,
another reason. I think
that
he's
would be dumb.
fun. I think he's fun because I legitimately think, so we've talked about this before, who's the next Geno, if there is one? Like
The guy that was sitting under Gino.
relative bust who was a backup quarterback for a long time. I think it's probably Drew Lock.
Is he a bust though? He was a second round pick, man. He was a second round
Yeah,
pick at quarterback.
but I don't know. People thought he could maybe go in the first, by which I mean, I'm people. I loved him. I loved him coming out.
I didn't get that.
I've learned a little bit more about quarterback play since then. Maybe it was definitely was a little too high on him, but I don't know, he looked good when in the rare occasion he had to come in for Geno. Pete Carroll always used to pretend like he was in a competition with Geno, and now I think Brian Dable is pretending he's in a legitimate competition with Danny Dimes. Like at some point could probably easily take Danny's job, but I think they're going to start out with Danny. That'd be my guess.
Right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take him and be grateful that you left him on this list and hand it over to you.
I'm looking at his stats really quick.
You know, Bears fans are sitting here thinking, wait, why haven't we taken Tyson Bagent yet? Because Tyson Bagent's such a great backup.
I think
he's a
maybe the
fine
entire
backup for a rookie, but sorry, what?
well, I think the entire point of this, because we're ostensibly ostensibly a Bears podcast, is that this is all just like one, just shade towards Tyson Bagent. Like when we don't take him, that'll be us making a statement. So this was a Bears podcast all along.
Yeah, we'll take him in the top 16 probably. So I don't know if we'll be throwing that much shade. We'll see.
That's all you.
We'll find out.
I want nothing to do with him.
Remember, what was it? It's 16, so it's 8 each, right?
Yeah.
Right, not our own 6. Okay, cool. We're not doing 16 a piece. Oh, then we'll see. Then we will see. All right,
Jeez,
Kev.
even if it's 30, even if we decided to go to 30.
All right, no. Oh, fuck off. There's 44 people on this list. He's making it in the top 32.
We'll see.
You're gonna take Jarrett Stidham over Tyson Bagent?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
All right, you know what? We're not even getting into this conversation. Continue going. Continue.
We'll get into it when we take one of the guys, I guess. All right. I'm going to do this for the poetry of it. If I want somebody who's going to pull a Nick Foles, I want the guy who Nick Foles took over for. Carson Wentz learned how to pull a Nick Foles sitting behind Nick Foles.
Carson Wentz learned shit behind Nick Foles. Carson Wentz learned how to become really bad behind Nick Foles.
That's very possible, yeah. But this is the first year of his career that he'll ever be just a straight up backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If Patrick Mahomes goes down, I don't mind him taking the keys to Andy Reid's offense.
Well, on the note of the guy that I want to pull, Nick Foles, I'm going to go after a guy who I think can actually pull a Nick Foles because he does some YOLO ball shit like Joe Flacco and can sometimes get away with that YOLO ball shit like Joe Flacco. And I'm going to pick the guy who's right now sitting behind Gino, who might potentially become the next what we want Drew Lock to be. And go, Sam Howell, come on down.
That's respectable. He
just throws bombs.
I have a Virgin Bloody Mary that I mix myself right here.
Gross, dude. A Bloody Mary's gross in the beginning. You got a Virgin Bloody Mary?
I love Bloody Marys.
I'm not a... Okay, continue. Go on.
I'm just going to be chomping olives occasionally. My bad.
No, it's fine. It's everyone can see I've been slowly eating these little Skittles gummies.
Skittles gummies. Why are you podcasting from an abyss right now? Is your room really messy?
My room's really messy. So I've got some cardboard that I have to keep. So you remember at the wedding we had the cornhole boards? We got to spray those.
First time we were broadcasting since you got married.
Yay!
This is the first time
broadcasting.
The first time broadcasting after Adam has had sex for the first time.
That's a lie. I was not a virgin this song.
You just got married.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm
you were finally allowed to have sex.
That's right. Hey, that's not true. As an atheist, I take offense to that.
Can't even let people think it when it's a joke.
It's no, my toxic masculinity is screaming no. What was I gonna say?
I got a pickle. ASMR.
Oh, gross! Stop. Where are we at? That'll just happen.
Hey guys, sorry it's been so long since I recorded a video.
All right, Bobby, you're off. Or Barbie, what the fuck is her last name? I don't know. I'm gonna pick. Moving on.
Wait, no, you just picked. You just picked Sam Howell.
I just picked Sam Howell. What's on you?
Good. The worst, the absolute worst pressure to sack ratio imaginable. But man,
I'm looking for the
make some throws. The dude can make some throws.
I'm looking for some volatility. I think Sam Howell gives me a lot of volatility and a lot of the big upside swing, big downside swing.
If you need Nick Foles and you protect him, P to us is bad, but when there's not that much P, not that many opportunities to take an S. So
yeah, it's true. Some P in his S,
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Where are you going?
I mean, I'm going to take the guy who was literally one throw away from winning the Super Bowl 4 years ago, Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, if the throw was 3 yards better to Emmanuel Sanders, he's already a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
You know, that's a fair point. And I'm right there with you that he would have been probably next on my list. Well, yeah, I would have been with you that he's probably next on my list. I'm looking at a couple places. Next on my list, though, who would have actually been next on my list, or would have been the debate, is a guy who was only so close to taking the Vikings to the Super Bowl and gets replaced, and the Vikings haven't even came close since. I go with a little Case Keenum.
The only worry there is, so he was beaten by Nick Foles to get to the Super Bowl.
Nick Foles is retired though, so I'm not that
No,
worried.
no, no. I cut myself off a little bit, but he could have been. We keep saying Nick Foles. We could have been talking about Case Keenum this whole time.
It's true.
The only worry is that he's probably washed up. But I also
Probably.
would have thought that about Joe Flacco 4 years ago, and But I thought Joe Flacco deserves like some 10th place MVP votes. So I don't know.
True. All right, Kev.
Huh. Oh, I gotta show the draft board, the backwards draft board to everybody. Nivek has only taken 4 guys. Mata has taken 5 guys.
It's only backwards on yours, my guy.
I asked you. I don't know how it works.
I know. I'm able to read it perfectly fine.
Really?
So, that's why I have it flipped somehow. I don't know.
We'll see. All right, we are gonna go. I think I see your volatility shot with Sam Howell, and I do have to raise you, I think, a better volatility shot and make this
God.
the Michael Penix pick. Because we don't know.
I thought you were going with
At
Zach
least-
Wilson.
Huh?
I thought you were going to go with Zach Wilson. I got a little scared there.
He
That was
can't do
Michael
anything.
Penix.
No.
I know, but
Zach Wilson's the only one I'm sure I would not take before Tyson Bagent on this list.
actually replace we need the other Jet on here on volatility and get some Sam Darnold. Holy cow. Just wanted to say Sam Howell really badly again. Get some Sam Darnold going. All right. No, that's a good pick. I'm a little sad because I was looking at that next.
So I think ultimately we thought Penix should have been a second round pick, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had him as a late third, didn't I?
What?
But,
I thought I had him as a third, and then you had him as a second. And then I was like, okay, fine. Second would be fine.
You were
low.
You were lower. You were lower. That's right. You were lower on him, and you had him as a late third, and I had him as a second. And I was wondering.
I think I was just weirder about my grading, but I think ultimately we're in the same spot as probably a high end backup.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the lack of athleticism, the fact that he doesn't really do much off platform is a little scary. But I love the way he attacks the field.
The fact that if it gets muddy at all, he just throws the ball away, and the fact that in the NFL,
which is
having a non-muddy pocket.
So right, but there is
the fact that if he doesn't have a perfect base to throw the ball, he can't throw the ball for shit. It's all right.
There is something to be said.
Except for against Texas. That Texas game was that was not his game all season, but it was in that day.
Yeah.
On that day. Sorry, go on.
I was saying, I think there's something to be said about okay, yeah, the pocket gets muddy, he just throws it away. But that instinct is even built into his head. The do not take a sack instinct is very interesting. And from watching it, it kind of seems like it's not going to work because he doesn't have much escapability, and you can't really just throw the ball away. But it also speaks to a pretty good, possibly just a good sense of the field, a good instinct to never take sacks. It could work. I don't think it's going to, but he definitely interested me a lot more than some of the other guys.
I'll say this.
More than JJ. Honestly,
Yeah.
maybe more than Jaden.
No, I agree there more than JJ. I had him ahead of JJ. I did not like JJ at all. I had JJ potentially going higher because I see him as a scheme fit, right? I had JJ, I think, the back half of the first round because really wanted. Oh, okay, I knew he was going to go to the Vikings. I think everyone knew he was going to go to the Vikings as long as Drake made it fall.
Yeah.
But I would have taken him in the back half of the first round just because I feel like he fits a scheme better. And if you get him in that specific scheme, back half first round, not that bad of a pick to get a rookie quarterback and then move on from him after his rookie contract. But no, I thought I would still rather, if I'm just any team on a blank slate, I'd rather take the swing on Michael Penix over him.
Yeah. You could like squint and see like extremely poor man Stroud in his game a little bit.
Yeah, it's very true.
So in college, he wasn't really doing a lot that was impressing you off platform, but
honestly, though, who knows?
He attacked. He attacked all parts of the field and usually pretty accurately. Has a good arm. Like he's a maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and to be fair, give him a couple of years of just like on the bench, let him really work through how to handle like a muddier pocket. Give him some reps in practice handling a muddier pocket. To give him some reps in practice, how not throwing off platform, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you got something there. Everything else, the baseline is actually really solid, right? It's just a lot of the baseline isn't what you need for the NFL. The NFL is not a place where you get a clean pocket often, ever, if ever. You just don't. So,
last thing there.
Yep.
We do agree, regardless of whether we like Michael Penix. That pick at 8 was an F minus. Like that's so stupid. That's one of the worst picks I've ever seen. Sorry, I don't care if he's good.
Ryan Pace. Fucking. Oh my god, I did it. But is that the first time I've done it? That might have been the first time I've done it. Years later, Ryan pulls his smile. Was the funniest thing in the world on the Bears' little football drive.
This guy.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it was that, and not the reaction to what the hell are they doing. So I'm up, and I'm looking, and I see a lot of names in here that I just wouldn't want. Just a lot of names in here that I just absolutely wouldn't want. So we're gonna go down the list a little bit, right? And we're gonna have to go down the list quite a bit. We're gonna go down to the list to that one number that you had already said earlier. I'm gonna pick myself some Andrew Dalton.
QB1.
QB1. It was good, honestly. I look back to that season and I think about the little bit of time he played, and the fact that I screamed all that year. Sorry, other Bears fans. I screamed all that year. Don't start Justin Fields. Not because I didn't think he wasn't ready, although now it sounds like the Bears didn't, but because the offensive line was just so bad. I didn't want to ruin the dude, and I think we really did. I really do think some of that really ruined him. I mean, you saw the Browns game, and I'm sitting there like, I told you so. You shouldn't put a guy in a situation that's that bad. So I was all for Andy Dalton starting that whole season, specifically to keep Justin Fields out of a bad situation. I have tweets from it from back then. I didn't understand why people wanted him to start so badly. I think in training camp he should have gotten more reps. So, like you just say, sorry, Andy, like you'll have to figure this shit out on the fly, but we also need to get our, rookie quarterback some practice. But
yeah,
Andy Dalton was pretty good, honestly, when he played for us. The very little bit that he did. The offense that was absolute ass actually kind of moved.
He was, as I recall, he was maybe average to a little below average the first game against the Rams, but before he got hurt against the Bengals, he was
looking good.
Awesome. He was really good.
So
there was a game where JF got hurt. I forgot it was, and Dalton came in, and they won the game, but they let Dalton throw like a bunch of screen passes, and I was like, why don't you let JF throw out screen passes ever? Coming to find out, JF is the worst screen pass thrower in NFL history.
Yeah. Don't ask him to do anything that's quick. Screens So gonna go ahead and hand off to you on your 6th pick. We're only doing 8 apiece, right? Go through this quick.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about other stuff.
No.
We're just making a short episode.
Yeah, we're making a short episode.
We got to talk about Knox though.
Oh, you know what? Let's talk about a little bit of Hard Knocks at the end of this. I'm down for it.
I don't know what my thoughts are, but we got to address it.
I'm excited. It'll be some bullshit.
All right. Yeah, these are all pretty uninspiring names. So I'm between like guys who I kind of liked as rookies who haven't really gotten a chance yet, or guys that I know are just guaranteed to be mid. I think with this pick, I think it's the last version of this that I'm gonna do. A guy that's guaranteed to be mid, but like, and he was so weird on that Netflix quarterback show. But I'm gonna take Marcus Mariota.
I've learned a lot about quarterbacks since Marcus Mariota came out too. I'm gonna just say that because he was a guy that I really liked coming out. Of course, at the time I was an Oregon fan, so like a little bit of bias as I just threw my mic across my desk.
Why not?
Yeah, a little bit of bias there, but hasn't really done much. Hasn't really been. He was fine with the Falcons, right? On the little bit of time he's played.
He has moments with the Falcons, but he eventually got benched on that quarterback show, and then he just like left the team, and then it's kind of weird thing to do.
It's not anywhere near what I thought he'd be, but
he took the Titans. He was the quarterback when the Titans went to the playoffs a couple times. Not that he was really the driving force, but he was there, and then he looked okay in a appearance or two with the Eagles last year, and then I mean the reason that he even got back into got the ability to another crack at starting at any point was he looked really good when he would come in for Derek Carr with Gruden on the Raiders, like mostly to run, but like he had a game where he was awesome. So that earned him his chance with Atlanta, and then he ruined that. But I don't know, he's just an all backup.
So it's my turn now, and actually I just realized somebody's on the board that I have two more guys I do want, and hopefully I get to keep both because that will be my 8th pick on the last guy. Tyler Huntley, who I know this isn't Greg Roman's offense, and he's looked pretty good on Greg Roman's offense when he has to come in for when he's had to come in for Lamar. But you know what?
To be fair,
he looked good enough. What's up?
I was gonna say, to be fair, according to the rules, it can be Greg Roman's offense.
Oh, that's very true.
But it's whatever situation works.
So he has looked good enough, I do, and he's given them pretty decent replacement play every time, at least when he was with the Ravens, for Lamar. And obviously, nobody can replace Lamar. You're talking about a top 4 quarterback, top 3 quarterback in the NFL, at least, depending on who you talk to.
So, including Tyler Huntley, I'm counting, I believe, of our 13 picks, I believe at least 6 of them have been Pro Bowlers, including Tyler Huntley.
Seriously?
Did you know that Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago?
I did not know he was a Pro Bowler. Well, there you go. He's done a great job filling in.
He wasn't even. He was much better the previous year filling in. I don't know. They got down to like their like 5th alternate, and it just was somehow Tyler Huntley. Like inexplicably, it was somehow Tyler Huntley. Who
Pro Bowls are such a stupid.
He started like 5 games that year.
Pro Bowls are such a stupid fucking thing. I'm sorry. Nobody should look at somebody's Pro Bowls and say, "Yeah, Mitch Trubisky was a Pro Bowler." Why? Because he was an alternate. But
right. I want to say, so Flacco definitely. Wentz probably has been named to one.
Mm-hmm.
Garoppolo probably has been. Dalton for sure was an alternate that was there. Huntley, it's maybe 5. Jameis probably never got there. 5 or 6. Well, not a single one of them was named to the initial. These are all alternates, would be my guess. Or Wentz probably was a legit Pro Bowler. None of these other guys.
Yep. I just want to throw out something though. If you're a Bears fan and you think Tyson Bagent is a top of the league backup quarterback, all you're telling me every time you say that is you don't watch the NFL. That's it. You don't watch. You watch the Bears.
I mean, Marcus Mariota just fell to 12th. Like, tell me Marcus Mariota is a better quarterback than, or not a better quarterback than Tyson Bagent?
That one's debatable. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, come on.
That's a little debatable. They're like the same. They're like the same. This is where we're getting to a point where like they're the same. But anyway,
I truly got to question what.
one of them can run. I'll say that one of them can run a little bit better. They both just get rid of the ball real fast.
Anything. He can't do anything. There's not a single thing that Tyson Bagent can do at all.
We watched a little bit of different. He's smart. He plays within the offense. He plays quick within the offense. Kind of.
Within the offense.
Sometimes. Paints the lines a little bit. Gets away with a couple throws. It's fine.
All right. I don't think this is the correct pick, but it'll be fun, and I think there's a chance it's who you want. So I'm going to take Trey Lance. That's not who you're going to take?
No, but I need to explain yourself. You should know who I want to take.
Yeah.
There's a name on here that you should know who I want to take.
I'll tell you. I have my second guess. I'll tell you if I was right after you make the pick. I'll write it down.
No. Make the guess. Make the guess.
No, I'm writing it down on the paper, and if I'm right, I'll reveal it, or I'll reveal it either way.
All right.
Trey Lance. He was the third pick in the draft.
I mean, has he done anything? He hasn't played a lot. That's the hard part. Okay, I'll be fair.
Yeah, he hasn't played a lot.
Played for shit. You look like crap against the Bears, but that was also like shitty rainy game. Really shitty rainy game.
Right. I don't think that Trey Lance is the 14th best quarterback and backup quarterback in the NFL, but
yeah, you have something there that's unknown.
Yeah, I'd rather deal with not being 100% sure that he sucks than, like even Cooper Rush is probably actually Dallas's backup quarterback, but like I know he kind of sucks. Better than Tyson Bagent, but I know he kind of sucks. I'd rather take my chance with the guy that I don't know sucks.
Yeah, okay, who do you think I was going to pick? Because I just changed my mind.
Just make the pick. I have it written down. I will put it on the screen.
So when I was talking to you, I was going to pick Davis Mills, but Aiden O'Connell on this list.
I don't know if he should be on the list. I mean, consider Minshew the pretty straight up starter. I know it's a competition, but like, I guess the difference between him and like Luck is I legitimately do not know what's going to happen in New England and Minnesota, and I think I know what's going to happen in Indianapolis and the Giants. Like,
okay, well,
I'm pretty positive it's going to be Minshew, and I'm pretty positive it's going to be Daniel Jones.
All right, well, I'm going to take Aiden O'Connell because I think Aiden O'Connell is better than Davis Mills. And I probably would have taken him a bit before Tyler Huntley. And honestly, higher on the list if I had realized he was on here. So I'm going to go ahead and take Aiden O'Connell because you know what? He was a pretty competent starter on a really shitty, what's it called? Raiders team. At least a team that had a really shitty O-line. So
beat the Chiefs on Christmas. Beat the Chargers like 63-14.
Yeah.
I think won the game that you and I and many of your friends were at. One of only 2 NFL games I've ever been to in my life. We went to a football game in Las Vegas.
Right, I know.
Starting quarterback of. I think
they won. They won. Yeah.
I know. Like 16-13. Awful game. Awful game.
I forgot I've already forgotten about my bachelor party.
Yeah, awful game. Good stadium though. Really good stadium.
Really cool. It was a cool experience. I'm really happy we went.
Anyway.
You would have had it. If I didn't see Aiden O'Connell, you would have had it. And just for anyone who's wondering, I had a really high relative to, like, I guess, of the 3 third-round quarterbacks that year, Davis Mills was my guy. And I think he's done enough to show me that he was the highest of those third-round quarterbacks. He'd be a good backup. I like Davis Mills.
Yeah. So he's on my short list here. I'm trying to... All right, so Mac Jones was legitimately a pretty good rookie. I'm gonna talk through this because kill a little bit of time as the last pick.
He was a good rookie when his strength of schedule against defenses was extremely easy, and then all of a sudden, oh god, why is he getting worse? Well, yeah, his strength of schedule shot up. He was playing shitty ass teams this rookie season.
but I think he's probably one of the best 16 backups in the NFL.
What are your thoughts on you might be right.
I
Easton
think
Stick
Davis
wasn't
Mills is
that
there
bad
too.
though in replacement for Herbert. Considering how bad that team was, Easton Stick had a pretty decent season.
I think he might have been really bad, if I'm being honest.
Stick is great. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting.
Looks like it's like
This is the
60
last.
something.
I'll help you out here because it's your last pick. Also, Mullins has been a decent backup.
He was brutal with Minnesota last year, though.
True.
All right, Stickhead. So his first game, he was a 37, but then after that, even in the blowout loss to Las Vegas, he was a 63. Then a 77 against Buffalo, 66, 68. All right. I see Easton Stick.
Easton Stick was pretty good.
If I were to take Easton Stick, that would be 3 North Dakota State quarterbacks out of 16.
NDSU does a good job of getting kids ready for the pros in a backup role.
Apparently,
because they run a well, it's heavy running. They run a heavy run game, but their offense is a pro style offense. I'm fairly certain. Certain. I might be wrong.
I'm starting looking at the bottom of the list of quarterbacks this year. Mac Jones was 59th of any quarterback that had at least 10 passing attempts. Tyson Bagent 61st. Checks out.
I don't understand any of the hype there. He looked. I mean, look, as a rookie, and as a fan base who watched a quarterback who was very slow at doing anything except for running. It was nice to see a guy get the ball out, right? I don't understand the hype. I never understand. And I remember tweeting that day like he's showed you that he's a competent backup. That's great, right? And that was shit ran away a little bit for some people. And now to this day, I think a lot of people think we have a great backup quarterback. It's like, we have. I mean, I don't really care to upgrade, but I'm
We were
fairly certain
talking.
it's hard to argue the guys that we picked so far. Tyson Bagent
We were
is better
talking.
than any of them.
We're talking. I think this is maybe a good centerpiece for another episode because we clearly are just gonna do shit like this until there's more stuff to talk about. We're talking about if you could take any 10 guys from past Bears teams and just straight up add them to this roster. Like, which time did you pick? Take them in their prime. And I was like, at first I said Color, and then I changed it to Josh McCown because his prime is just that 2013 season. Which, like, that sounds crazy, but I really am going to need this team to have a backup quarterback, and I do not think we have one.
Yeah,
that's
right.
I really would not feel comfortable with Bagent for more than a game or two.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
He went like 2-2, 2-1, whatever he did, but like I don't.
Yo, he's gotten swole though. He started lifting. Got real beefy.
I have not come any closer to making a pick here. Kenny Pickett. I think. Who do you think is better, Kenny Pickett or Mac Jones?
Kenny Pickett. I hate to say it, but probably Kenny Pickett. Mac Jones has been absolute trash for the past 2 years. And again, his rookie season sure was good, but look at games 11 through 16, 17, whatever the hell we played back then.
I feel bad for Mac Jones. I don't think he's this bad. Like I think he. I don't feel that bad because like we didn't like him coming out, and then he seemed like he was kind of proving us a little wrong, and then he ended up proving us
Let me be
right.
clear.
But then I think that was like, I don't know, the friggin' Matt Patricia, Jeff, what's his face year like that. How could you do that to a quarterback?
Yeah, to be clear here, I don't think Mac Jones was ever this bad, right? But he's now this bad because I don't want to say ruined because I don't think it was good. But Matt Patricia, what the Bill Belichick? What were you fucking thinking? Just straight up, what were you fucking thinking? So yeah, I do think that there's some like the Patriots did him no favors and they set him up in a situation that definitely led to him becoming even worse than he was before. And I do think that if you didn't have Matt Patricia, yeah, he'd probably be a top 16 backup. He had everything lined up to be a decent backup in the NFL and have a long career. And now I don't even know if he'll have a long career as a backup. So we'll see.
All right, so Kenny Pickett was bad last year. Mason Rudolph took over and was kind of good and led the Steelers to the playoffs.
Let's get the Duckster. Give me the Duckster.
With that said, I am Team Myles Garrett for life. I will not be taking Mason Rudolph out of principle.
Fair. That's fair. Okay, I can understand that. What about my guy? Davis.
Do I think Davis Mills is better than Kenny Pickett?
I might.
Yes, I think I do. So my pick is
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I got
Do
it.
do 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 do. What is it?
Stetson Bennett.
Oh, I was wondering if someone was going to take him. I'm
He's
not.
out of what was clearly rehab.
Is he out of rehab? That's what I was trying to figure out. Because honestly,
he's back in practicing, and we don't know what it was. It was fucking rehab.
Yeah, it was rehab.
It's fine.
He was
got the smell.
at Georgia. I'm gonna be honest with you. He showed me some shit that last year, man. The first year,
there was some mini Burrow stuff going on with him his senior year.
I
had never seen it before.
Going into that season, I'm like, he's not that good. Georgia carried him, blah 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 blah. Then I was starting. I'm like, God damn, Stetson Bennett could run. He was fun.
He was doing the carrying at his senior year.
He was fun, man. So when they took that pick, I'm like, I like that pick. And then we find out he's an alcoholic.
Which is fine. Sounds like he got help.
Yeah, thankfully. Who told the teams that he wanted to be at, what was it, the NFL, the combine, was it? Or it was something else. Told teams he was going to be somewhere for something because he wanted to continue. Senior Bowl. He wasn't going to the Senior Bowl because he was going to work out on his own, and instead was like at some strip club and bar to like, I don't know, supposedly.
I'd rather be at a bar than
allegedly
Mobile, Alabama. So
true.
Works for me.
All right, Kev. We've got our 16.
I will say really quick, I don't know how impressive it is that a 25, 26-year-old was really good in his senior year of college, but
it's very true.
I'm gonna take the shot here. Shot. He's a feisty guy. I like him.
Kev, let's off the name off the picks that we've gotten. What's it look like? Let's see it.
I don't want to name it, and also this will be available in audio format. So I should say it out loud. Instead, I'm just going to flash it on the screen. No.
All right. Cool.
Adam's team is Jameis Winston, Tyrod Taylor, Drew Lock, Sam Howell, Case Keenum, Andy Dalton, Tyler Huntley, Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, let's go.
My team is Joe Flacco. Well, you should make noises to suggest that all these picks are bad.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Joe Flacco. Jake Browning.
Disgusting.
Carson Wentz. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh God.
Michael Penix.
What the fuck do you think?
Marcus Mariota.
I don't have a lot of bad sounds.
All your sounds are just full sentences.
I don't have bad sounds. I don't know. It's just yeah, okay.
Okay, Marcus Mariota. Trey Lance. Stetson Bennett.
No. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't know. The crowd has spoken. It sounds like Adam has the better team, according to the sounds I'm hearing. But yeah, I'll defend my team. I got a guy who almost won the MVP once, a guy who almost won the Super Bowl once, a guy who did win the Super Bowl once and was really good last year. And again, I truly believe did deserve an MVP vote or two, like 10th place MVP vote. The 8th overall pick of this draft, and a bunch of lottery tickets to varying extents.
Sure. And I got a 5,000-yard thrower, a dude with a very long career as a starter who's been to the playoffs a bunch.
Dalton was your
Pro
best pick
bowler
in my opinion for where you got him.
for where I got him. Yeah, that was good value, Andy. And yeah, somebody's taking the got into the NFC Championship. I don't have any Super Bowl starters, do I? I don't think so. So we'll leave it at that. Maybe I lost.
So
Maybe I won.
This is our second episode ever, and
Ever. We're gonna
I think
ignore
it's nothing to ignore. They don't exist. This is great content. This is what everyone was asking for.
Yes. Do you want to talk a little bit about Hard Knocks? I kind of want to talk about I don't want to talk about the Bears specifically, as much as I want to talk about how amazing this whole Hard Knocks season is going to be, in the sense of you got Hard Knocks off season for the first time ever with the Giants, which I think you and I both agree, if it was the Vikings, probably would have been the better pick for if we could have any team do Hard Knocks off season, it would have been the Vikings this year with everything that was going on between them trading their picks, et cetera, and trying to get a quarterback. But the Giants are the next best thing.
Just trying to understand what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, the Giants are the next best thing, I think. And
they made some moves. We know they were trying to. We know they were trying to move up for May probably.
Yeah.
They
had to make a decision not to go for a quarterback after all this. You got all the Daniel Jones drama, and the fact that they were bringing Drew Lock and what they were thinking there for their decision. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff, and where they're at as a team specifically. I would love to see what their thought process is.
Trading for Billy
Barnes. Not to mention, this is the first time they're doing this Hard Knocks off season, which is as two people who love team building and love the draft, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah. I am super stoked for this. So you get that.
If it's what we think it. So we don't know what it is until we see it. But if it's anything like what the name of it says it'll be, yeah, that'll be cool.
And then you and I went through and we listed all the teams that we would have been interested in to see Hard Knocks on. And I think I tiered them. I don't know if you had finally tiered yours. And I think objectively speaking, just not being putting our Bears fandom aside, the Bears are the best, objectively the best team to get Hard Knocks this year. With where they're at. Would you not agree? I think the next best we had was the Browns.
The Browns would be interesting. So I think the recipe, the only part of the recipe that the Bears are missing is
the coach.
An engaging head coach.
Yeah.
And maybe Flus will surprise us and be engaging. He's already had his offseason glow up, so maybe that'll extend to his personality.
We don't think we're getting a Dan Campbell or a Robert Saleh, right? But we are getting, a very exciting roster with a rookie quarterback who's had the spotlight on him forever. So yeah, I don't know. Is that an Elmo poster? Hold on, I have not seen that because your head's usually in the way. What is that behind your head?
Oh, that's from I Think You Should Leave.
Oh, it just looks like a red furry thing.
It is a red furry thing. It's I
don't know.
Have you ever watched I Think You Should Leave? It was a gift from Sarah. It's on Netflix. Do you know what it is? It's like a comedy sketch show. No. Everybody loves it. It's very funny.
Cool. I should check it out. But anyway,
you should.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I did have an Elmo poster.
That would be sweet. You should have an Elmo poster right below it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of you had teams that you considered basically unwatchable, no interest. I think you said the Bengals were one. I think the Bengals are way up there.
I didn't have them as I just didn't care to watch them because I'm almost not interested anymore. They've been the same for so long that I've lost my interest. They're going to be an exciting team during the season. Let me be absolutely fucking clear.
I think 6 weeks of Burrow though would really reacquaint us with a very lovable guy. Joe Burrow's cool.
You mean Joe Cool? Not the guy who sells the cigarettes.
He could be.
Not the cam. No, he could be.
He's a cigar guy, actually.
He's a cam who sells Joe Cool is a cool cigarettes. No, am I off? Anyway,
the other thing, I think if the NFL So there are obviously rules. The Bears were one of only 3 teams that could have been forced to do it. The 2 were the Saints and the Broncos, which unwatchable. Both those unwatchable.
Mhm.
If I'm recalling the correct teams. Those were not. Those were bad picks. Of course, it was going to be the Bears. The only thing was with the McCaskies, figure out a way to get out of it because they didn't want to do it. So thank God they couldn't. Because can we also just say it's not a distraction? Who gives a shit? There's people there. It doesn't matter. There's no
I'm done.
curse. There's nothing.
All right. And as Bears fans, now taking the objective lens off of it, I'm fucking stoked. I can't wait. We're getting some
Well, I
football
just want
content early.
to. Before, just really quick, if the NFL had their pick of 32 teams, they would have taken the Chiefs. I've already seen Mahomes on the quarterback show. I've seen enough Travis Kelce. We have enough access to those guys, but I think the Chiefs are way up there too in terms of what we'd want. But all right, Bears specifically, what are you most excited for?
Really quickly, just to be clear here, the reason why we left some of these teams off is because we've seen them recently, right? So like the quarterback show, I think was the reason why I had the Chiefs off. I think completely off my list. Like I just saw it, Mahomes. I don't need to see more Mahomes. Like I mean, I would love to see Mahomes, but it's not something that's like, oh yeah, that'd be. If we get it, I'd be happy, right? I'd still consume it.
Right.
It's not a want.
Yeah, I don't really have Mahomes fatigue. I don't have Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift fatigue. I am not fatigued about that stuff yet. I will be, but I'm not there yet. I would have loved to see it. Certainly not more than my favorite team that also is objectively probably the most interesting Hard Knocks team possible.
What am I most excited
obviously, yeah. So, I mean, Caleb is obviously the most exciting thing.
The Caleb Rome. The Caleb, okay, so now being full on Bears fan, the Caleb Rome bromance has been so much fun. It just has.
That bromance is going to warm our hearts.
I can't wait. I want to see all of it. I want to see all of it. That's it. It's awesome. I love it. I love how much he's been embracing this city where I want to say like 20% of it was really loudly against him and giving him shit for no fucking reason. He still came in and has embraced it. And I love it. He's given the city a lot of love. Even though the city, some people in the city didn't do shit to deserve it.
Man, I wish I was at the Old Crow yesterday. God damn it.
Yeah, it's probably a bar that I go to all the damn time, or I used to go to all the damn time, not anymore. And obviously not there. So feels like we could have been there. And I was like, I know.
Technically, could be anywhere,
Yeah, and they've been going to Cubs games a bunch, and has 2 Cubs fans. That's awesome.
Gravitating towards the correct team.
Right. Yep. And probably why we've had such bad quarterbacks. A lot of them usually gravitate towards the Sox. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to gravitate towards the Sox. That's usually that's a loser's. As a Cubs fan, I shouldn't be saying this, but anyway, go on. We'll see.
I'm trying to think. I mean, it's obviously Caleb, but I told you I'm looking forward to the inevitable scene of Jonathan Owens watching the Olympics. That'll be a fun little segment.
Which is when I brought up David Blau watching his wife.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that episode. I didn't even know it existed, but I already have Ray Liotta in my head. Not Ray Liotta. He's dead. Liv Schreiber.
Yep. Ray Liotta from what's it called?
Goodfellas.
Yeah, Goodfellas. Great movie.
Liv Schreiber. I want to make sure I'm not crazy. They kind of look alike, don't they? Ray Liotta.
I have no idea. I don't remember what Liv Schreiber. He was on the show the other. Rogers had him fly out.
They don't really look alike.
Yeah, they don't. Anyway,
I would like if Caleb Williams also flew out Liv Schreiber and they just did a Aaron Rodgers impression, half making fun of him.
But Caleb does look up to Rodgers, so I don't see that happening.
I know he wouldn't do that.
He just won it. The other thing that was
it's the biggest red flag about Caleb, honestly.
Actually,
and that he's excited for Joker 2.
I'm kind of excited for Joker 2. Wait, hold on. How's that a red flag? First Joker was great.
Stupid.
All right, we're taking this offline. We're taking that offline. I'm not getting there. I'm not getting there. It was a damn good critique of society.
I've never seen it. Don't want to.
Oh, that's you're missing out. Lots of mental health commentary on it. It's great.
I saw he shoots Robert De Niro, and it's the Joker. I get it. But we're trying to improve on Heath Ledger. We got it.
No. This okay? Yeah. I'm not on the show. Not on the show.
This is a Joker debate show.
It was a Joker debate show. Now it is a Hard
I'm
Knocks.
going to debate about a movie that I've never actually seen, but I have seen some of in small pieces.
Well, that's you've ruined it for yourself. You can't do that. You can't do that with any movie. Watching small pieces. I've done that with TV shows. And every time I see the piece, I'm like, oh, that's why that's like that. And then you don't laugh at it or you don't enjoy it because you've seen it so many damn times. It's like Ted.
Oh,
All the great scenes of Ted have been ruined by Twitter. Well, not all of them, but then I see it. I'm like, oh, that was a big joke. Oh shit.
Ted the Bear?
Yeah, there's a TV show.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I watched it. It was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But a lot of the scenes were ruined on Twitter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A lot of the
That's a
funniest
shame.
scenes were just on Twitter before I got to watch it.
That's social media. What else was I gonna say? I guess there's not as much to talk about with Hard Knocks other than I've been wanting this for
Well,
like 20 years. I'm
yeah.
so excited.
On the first thing,
DJ has a great personality.
Yeah.
He's gonna shine. Jalen Johnson, he'll shine. Recently found out that Jaquan Brisker has an absolutely horrible personality, so that'll shine too in its own way.
Yeah, we're not gonna get there. We're not gonna go there right now.
We're never allowed to go anywhere.
I just don't want to go there because I don't know enough about it outside of, you know,
Retweeting Candace Owens a lot.
there are things that like maybe Sco is right about. That I didn't understand when we were talking about it. We had a whole conversation on it. So
It's disappointing to find out that one of my favorite players maybe does not see eye to eye with me on some things, but I expect him to be great this year. I really do think a big third-year breakout's coming for Jaquan, and two of my favorite Bears of all time, Jay Cutler and Brian Urlacher, are much bigger pieces of shit, and that didn't stop me from enjoying their work, so that's fine.
very true. That's very true. Moving on, I did say I want to talk about the full lineup and not just the Bears because supposedly Hard Knocks in season is going to follow an entire division, and I think that is a brilliant move.
That I did not know what you were talking about. It's gonna do an entire division.
So it's going to follow 4 teams in the division instead of just one team. And so, and Hard Knocks in season typically starts around like week 10, and it goes all the way through to the end of the season. So it's literally going to follow an entire division while that divisional race is heating up, and I think that's going to be awesome.
I'll have to see it to know where I stand on that because it does take away some of the a little bit of the intimacy of getting to know one specific team. Like Mike McDaniels was made for Hard Knocks. I wouldn't have wanted any less Mike McDaniels last year.
Dolphins were great last year. I thought they were better than the Cardinals. The Cardinals in season was awful. But the Dolphins.
Given that it's very unlikely to be the NFC North or the NFC East because those are probably already taken. We're not going to follow those teams again.
AFC North, baby. Give me the AFC North.
You want AFC North?
Give me the AFC North. Come on, think about that. Or AFC East, even though it's probably not going to be them. Those 2 divisional races are going to be awesome. I would love that. Also, AFC East
North is good, and it gets
Josh Allen. I love me some Josh Allen. He's just a little he's a goofball, and I want some goofball in my life. So
yeah, I'm trying to think. The worst one would be the NFC South because would that be the worst one actually? That might be right around the time that people are screaming for Michael Penix to take Kirk Cousins' job.
It would be fun because they're so bad and they're all really bad that it's close.
Yeah, it'll probably
unless
be close.
The Falcons actually do run away with it. Yeah, the Panthers would be absolutely out of it.
That's gonna. I think I'm with you on the North. East, maybe a little interesting. AFC South, I think, low key has a chance to be very good.
Yeah, you've got the Texans, you've got the Jaguars, and you've got the what's it called? The Colts. All Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to say Tennessee is bad. I might get there, but I'm not ready to say they're bad.
That's because you like Will Levis.
I'm not even sure that I do anymore. But like, if they had a quarterback I fully trusted, I would say they were good. He's the only thing that's keeping me from saying they're good.
They've upgraded their wide receivers quite a bit. They've done a little bit on the line, but not enough for me to even care. Like half of their line is still really shit. And their defense was already pretty decent, but how much of their defense was decent because of Jesus Christ? My name recall is absolute ass today.
Vrabel.
How much of it is because of Vrabel? How much of it is because of the actual guys, because I would argue that almost all of it was Vrabel. They're an incredibly well coached team with no names on it.
That could be true, but they did just get L'Jarius Sneed and they signed Cheeto Awuzie.
Awuzie.
So I don't know. Let me look at their depth chart really quick. I don't like that we have to play this fucking team week 1. They're bad. We should win that game, but
They could be better than what they look like, and then surprise us.
Give us the Panthers, and like make that like a 3:00 kickoff, because like teams will actually want to see, or people actually want to see Caleb Williams potentially embarrass the team that should already have him.
True, that would have been awesome. I agree.
Yeah, they got drafted Tavondre Sweat in the second to be nose tackle. They got Sneed, Awuzie. Did I say
Not
Sweet?
all Swede. You said.
Oh
No, when you said Tavondre Sweat. Who are you talking about?
Tavondre Sweat, the rookie. Yeah,
you said that.
Okay, good. They got Awuzie, they got Sneed. Now we got Roger
McCreary, you were trying to say you said Sweet instead of Sneed. You did.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So we had Lloyd Cushenberry to play center. We got J.C. Latham at left tackle. I don't really know if that's going to work. I think he's just kind of a right tackle only prospect that people convince themselves is left tackle. We'll see. Yeah, not great, but I'm not ready to say they suck. And the other three, that should be a pretty good dogfight between those three. I think Indy.
I think they're going to be one of those teams that they will not have a very great record, but they will be close in every game. They're one of those teams that's kind of feisty. They'll fight. I feel like they could, but then I also think about the fact that Vrabel's no longer their coach, and I'm like, well, there goes the guy who probably got them to fight. So
yeah. So the new coach is Callahan. He brings his dad to coach the offensive line. That's pretty big.
That's some nepotism from JTO arguing and fighting.
Oh, of course, but sometimes it works. Honestly, it usually works.
I would rather
it
have
doesn't
his
make
dad.
Good, but it does usually work.
I would rather have his dad than Callahan. But we'll see. Like if I'm taking the son, I want the dad. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, they got it.
Yeah, that's true. Cool.
Right,
yeah, no. I mean, I think it's gonna be like the three series, not just the Bears, but all three of them are just peak interest for me, and I'm so excited. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
but I'm going to stress the other two things great. The Bears thing, that's appointment television. I never make my wife watch Hard Knocks necessarily. Certainly not like live, but that is appointment viewing every Sunday. I'm so excited. Also, maybe you and I are going to go to training camp this year. We'll see. I'm still not positive how that works, but try to get there. We'll be on TV.
Maybe we got to figure out the ticketing situation there. And as we do, we will be there if we can be. With some fun jerseys, I think, from my understanding. Well, good old DHK.
And we'll be on the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
we got some booty jerseys, and I think next stream we should wear them on stream, huh? This isn't a stream. This is a video podcast.
Video, not stream. It's a VOD. We're on a VOD. A video on demand.
Next VOD.
If they're here, do we wear the ones that are matching? Not matching, but you know what I mean.
I only have the one, and I'm wearing it.
True. Okay, cool. I also got a Caleb.
It's probably gonna be so shitty, but I can't wait.
Yeah, DHK, I love it. I also got a Caleb one, so excited for that one. And then we gotta get kicker pilled, my guy.
Hey, don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, that's been on Virginia's DMs. I'm Adam. That's Kevin. We thank you if you watched.
Next one. Let's do another game kind of like this, but let's actually have something to do with the Bears.
We'll figure it out.
All right, bye.
Bye.